Hello, YouTube friends and family. How are you guys doing today? I hope that everyone is doing wonderful and swell per usual on this good Friday morning. It is July the 3rd, 2026, and it is currently 10:33 a.m. here in Detroit, Michigan. I'm just waking up, and y'all gotta excuse me. I've been scratching my hair, got grease in it, my nails dirty. Uh, I just woke up. I haven't washed my face, brushed my teeth, washed up, took a shower, did anything yet. I sleep in my car. I just woke up. And I had decided that I was going to just park at the park last night and go to sleep. However, I didn't end up going to sleep till about 4:30-ish, 4:35 this morning, somewhere up in there. And I was back up at 8 or whatever, but I just could not sleep. It was the craziest thing. And it's not that I wasn't in a peaceful environment or anything like that. At about 3 or 4 in the morning, though, there was a few people that did come to the park, and they were just talking and swinging for a minute. They stayed for about an hour and a half, and then they left or whatever. But yeah, I had finally ended up going to sleep or whatnot. And I must have been sleeping good, because around like 7 or 8 something this morning, or maybe even earlier than that, I'm not sure, this guy was walking past, and I had my foot out the window or whatever, because it had finally cooled off, so I had turned the air off. And this guy had just walked past, and he was like, "Hey ma'am, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm doing okay." He was like, "Okay, I just wanted to check on you." I'm like, "Oh, thank you, that was nice of you," or whatever. And he just kept it moving. But for one, I feel like I'm under protection. That's crazy. I've been saying that I should live in witness protection because there was so much bullshit going on. But I have yet to live in witness protection. But sleeping outside in the streets, people check up on me. Like, almost like, what's she doing outside? You okay? So that's funny or whatever. But yes, I am okay. Today is Mally's birthday. Mally turned 7 years old today. And somebody better send me some money so I could do what I want to do for my baby birthday. But however, last night we was just sitting in a car or whatever before we was getting ready to go to sleep. I had went to go get them some food and stuff. Cause somebody had sent me some money. Actually, I had asked 2 people if they can send me some money, and one of my guy friends had ended up sending me some money last night, so I got some food or whatever. And yeah, I had called and reached out or whatever to my brother. So my brother and one of my guy friends had looked out for me yesterday to make sure that my kids was able to eat and shit. That I had gas and stuff in my car, so that was good. I was able to run the air conditioner, so I wasn't sweating or nothing. However, now I want to get up and take a shower. But anyway, blase spleen. Wow, sitting here last night in the middle of the night, Mally's on his tablet or whatnot. "Hello, good morning." And he was like, "Mommy, remember that time? Like, don't I got a grandma? Like, remember that time you took me to my grandma's house and you was looking for my dad?" I'm like, yeah, why? He's like, "Because I want a grandma." He like, "I want a grandma." I'm like, "You want me to find your dad?" He was like, "Yeah, I want you to find my dad and my grandma." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I guess that's another thing that my baby want me to do for his birthday. He wants me to find his grandmother and his father." But it's only so much that I can do to get that done. Like, I don't want to seem like a stalker or a bugaboo or have nobody calling the cops on me, Yeah. So we shall see. We shall see. But I also went to sleep with that on my mind because my baby brought it up to my attention. And Mally, again, is about to be 7, but he don't ever really ask about his daddy because he went 7 years without him. He knows me and his siblings. But for the first time, like, he was like, "Hey, yeah, so where's my dad at?" I'm like, "I'll try to look for him. I'll try to reach out one more time." I don't... what we do for our kids, because I'm not... what the fuck? begging is just not what the fuck I do. Do y'all see I sleep in my motherfucking car? Niggas out here want me to beg for my own shit, and I refuse. I'd rather get justice the long way. So to beg for somebody to take care of my kid, like, begging means that you kind of don't want to do it. Or I already asked a bunch of times anyway, or I already came to look for you, to look for help as a co-parent. So to keep on coming at you not responding or not doing anything, that's me begging. And I hate to beg. Just like I hate to beg for justice and all that, which is how I had to damn near become a detective myself to get help. It's like, damn, you some shit you just shouldn't have to beg for. But yeah, anywho, my baby wants me to find his grandmother or his father. And he said that last night when he turned 7 years old. So I guess that's on my to-do list. But I hope you guys are having a good day or whatever. I gotta pee, so I need to go to a restaurant or a store or something. Or I might wait till my boys wake up, because I gotta take them to go take some showers and baths and brush their teeth and stuff too, and all of that. So I don't know, I might take them over there with the big kids just so they can take a bath, a shower, brush their teeth, and do all that stuff. I kind of need to straighten out my trunk and all of that. I need to take me a shower and stuff too. I was channeling something this morning that I wanted to talk about, but I wasn't ready at the moment because it was real early and I didn't want to wake the boys up. I went to Coney last night to give me 2 conies or whatever, and Mally had asked if he could come into Coney Island with me, and we was in the Coney Island. I look pregnant as fuck. Like, I look 4 or 5 months pregnant at times, I promise y'all, and then at other times I don't. And yesterday I didn't eat. Like, I haven't been smoking like that for like the last 2 or 3 days, so my appetite has been off, on top of me being nauseous and all of that type of shit. So when it comes to eating, I haven't really been feeling my greatest. Like, even my friend bought me some food yesterday. I ate my chicken, but I didn't eat the fries, and I think my Texas toast still in here somewhere. I can't eat because eating makes me sick, if that makes sense. So I don't know if it's because I've been cutting back on the smoking or if it's something else. But yeah. However, my baby was punching my stomach in the Coney Island last night, and not hard. He was just punching my stomach or whatever. And I was looking at myself in the reflection. I was looking at my reflection as I was standing up, and I'm like, damn, I look pregnant as fuck. And it's crazy though. And sometimes I be sitting down, and this is what pregnancy trauma will do to you. I be sitting down or whatever, and I be like, damn, it feel like I'm feeling flutters. But then I second guess myself, like, nope, maybe it's gas. Or, I have heartburn every day, all fucking day. A lot of people say that's a sign of pregnancy, but in my head, it's just like, okay, I got acid reflux because of this or that or whatever. But then I be like, damn, I only drank some water. I didn't even eat today. Or, something like that. So somebody is really having a cryptic pregnancy for real, because I come on my period every month. Granted, it's different. It's not like how it used to be or whatever. I still come on it, and I say anything but being pregnant. Like, oh, maybe I'm going through menopause, or maybe this and maybe that. And then again, I was thinking it like a few months ago. So I had ended up going to urgent care or whatever. And I didn't say that I wanted to get pregnancy tested. I said I wanted to get STD tested. But I knew they was going to check it anyway, because people so fucking nosy when it comes to me, my sex life, my financial situations, my kids. It's just, my life is just, people study me for many reasons or whatever. And then that's when I said, the lady came in, she was like, well, I want to check your pregnancy test or whatever. And she came in the room and she was like, almost like, you're pregnant, but she was like, but you're not pregnant. However, I said it when I was walking to my room, like, I think I'm pregnant. I had told Cliff too a while back. That's why he was saying, like, you told me that 10 months ago. I see shit in advance. But then I recently had a dream, maybe like about 2 months ago as well. And I was at Cliff House in my dream, and I was getting ready to take the pregnancy test, and I took it, I peed on it and everything, but I was scared to look at the results. And I was just holding it out, and I was just opening like one eye, like about to look at it, and I had a positive test. But I was so scared to take the test. But once I got the results, I was happy as fuck. I couldn't wait to go tell him that I was, or whatever. But I keep on getting these cryptic pregnancy reels that pop up on my timeline, and I've been speaking about it for a minute, or whatever. So somebody is experiencing that, either myself or someone else, and I'm picking up on the energy. But somebody is definitely having this baby that God doesn't want the world to know about yet. And I was saying it, like, even when I was just at the Quality Inn in Roseville, and I said I felt like people were sneaking in my room and stuff like that, and the girl sleeping outside my room and stuff, and she always staring at my stomach every time I walk past her and shit, and I just feel like people was putting shit in my food or whatever. And she would say little slick shit as I'm walking past her in the hallway and shit, like, oh, did your stomach start hurting yet? Like, is your stomach hurting yet? And I was saying, when I did go to urgent care or whatever, like, I felt like they gave me some medicine that I did not need for real. And I was researching the medicine or whatever, and they were saying, like, you shouldn't take this medicine if you're going into your second trimester of pregnancy, because it can have an effect on the baby's development or baby's bones development and things like that. And basically, like, it can make you have a miscarriage or whatever. So if you're right around, like, if you still in that tender stage of like the first trimester or going into the second trimester, you shouldn't take this. And then she just was asking me, she's like, I want you to pay attention to these numbers that I'm giving you. And the numbers that the doctor gave me at the urgent care, something told me to look the numbers up in HCG. And if I looked the numbers up in HCG around that time, I would have been about 3 weeks pregnant. And she was telling me, like, oh yeah, you should be around, like, if you had told me that you were feeling sick about 3 weeks ago, then I would be worried. But pay attention to these numbers. And I'm like, okay, or whatever. But you know, this is what I be trying to explain to people. Like, people would be thinking like, oh, she don't know who her baby daddy is, that's why she ain't saying nothing, or she be fucking all these niggas, that's why she won't tell you that she pregnant, da 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 da. But that's not true. Sometimes people are going to be pregnant, and these are called chosen children, spiritual babies and things like that. They're chosen. You cannot just go around telling people that you're pregnant. And that's what the guy was saying yesterday. He's like, you better hide that spirit, baby. You can't just be going around telling people that you're pregnant. And I don't. But now I'm starting to look like it. However, back in March, I was saying so. And I was talking to Cliff about it. Just like saying I had a dream about it. Because again, I mean, sometimes you don't start feeling the baby kick to you about 4 months. If I'm having my period, I'm having my period. So if I went to the doctor, they said my test was negative. That's why I'm not saying that I'm pregnant. Granted, it looked like I'm growing. But those are the things of cryptic pregnancies. Sometimes you still have your period the whole 9 months. Sometimes you don't show. Sometimes you don't show till you 7 or 8 months. You know, those are the things of cryptic pregnancies, but people make it seem like it's not real or whatever. So, you know, I just wanted to hit that topic too. You know, sometimes people will spread rumors, but I'm telling you, people was putting stuff in my food. This is why I be trying to tell people I can't live certain places and shit. This is what keep on happening. This is why I'm traumatized about the pregnancy shit in the first place. Because me, I am chosen. I have chosen children. They don't want me to have another baby. They're going to try to kill it. The same thing I was trying to tell Tobias. But Tobias was telling me, he's like, don't go to that doctor. He's like, don't go to the doctor. If you're pregnant, don't go to the doctor. They just gonna kill it. But then people sit and act like I make the shit the fuck up. Sometimes you can't go to the doctor because the doctor gonna kill your baby. They're gonna give you medicine you don't know about it. Or they pay people to come into your house, come into your hotel room, leave stuff in your food and in your... I haven't threw up in a minute either since I left the hotel. Every morning at that hotel, granted, sometimes I would be high. I just slept outside last night. It was 90 something degrees. I didn't have to throw up this morning. Every morning at that fucking hotel, like for every other month, I'm vomiting extra fucking hard. If I was pregnant, I'm damn near gonna throw the baby up. People putting stuff in my food and in my drinks. And the bitch in the hallway to my son. Cause did your stomach start hurting? Yeah, even Lo had said something to me like, yeah, cause they wondering how it's still growing. Or something like, yeah, people be giving stuff to people, wonder how they still alive, how the baby still be growing and shit. We was talk about that. People will literally poison you. And this is why God be telling some people to hide their pregnancy. Just like when Mary was pregnant with Jesus. And they said the virgin got pregnant. No, she had a cryptic pregnancy. A hidden pregnancy that God didn't want people to know about. Her husband, and the angel that knew. And when it was time for her to have her baby, she needed to go off into a major and have her baby away from the village and shit where they was at. Because, again, jealousy, greed, people not wanting you to have it. Sometimes you have to keep it a secret till you get to a safe zone, past the first trimester, or into a safe environment. And then it all be a part of the plan. Like, people would be saying, well, you need to have an abortion anyway if you no, y'all don't know what the fuck is going on. That's why it's very crucial for people to stay in their fucking place. If I get mad sometimes, and I be having to realize I can't get mad at people because I had to learn this same shit. And just because I learned it already don't mean that other people learned. That's why sometimes you got to teach people shit. So I can't get mad when people don't understand certain things. But cryptic pregnancy, it keeps coming up for a reason. And it's not that somebody's cheating or hiding or being deceptive. It's that actually the other people around are trying to be deceptive. They're trying to kill the baby. They don't want you to move on with your life. They don't want their secrets to be exposed. They don't want you to marry somebody else. They know what comes with divine unions, divine children, and sacred contracts. And they don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to start a family with somebody else because you gonna stop giving them all of your motherfucking money. Those type of things. Mamas used to their sons taking care of them and paying their bills and shit. Sometimes your mama will go kill. I just watched a reel about maybe 2 hours ago. This man, he was just had to cuss his mama out. He like, Mom, I love you, but my wife just had a miscarriage and you disrespect her. Well, he was like, the mama was basically like, that ain't your wife. That ain't even your baby mama. The baby died. And he's like, my woman is grieving the fact that she just lost our child. That's my child too. That was your grandchild. And just because you hate her so much, you glad that the baby died. Like me as your son, you don't even give a fuck about my feelings. That I just lost my baby. And that my girlfriend just had a miscarriage. Because you hate the fact that I love her so much, you glad that the baby died. I'm trying to tell you. This is why sometimes you got to keep shit hidden. Even it'll be your own future mother-in-law trying to kill your baby. Like, shit crazy. Shit crazy. And for some reason, that makes me so. I know I had a baby who mama tried to kill my fucking baby. That's why it makes me emotional. When I was watching the reel, I can feel it. Like, she hated me so much. She liked the other girls and baby mama so much. She like, oh, you don't need to have a baby by that girl. Oh, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. I know somebody who work at the doctor. All we got to do is get this medicine. You put this in her drink. I'm telling you. So, yeah. Somebody is having a cryptic pregnancy and it needs to stay hidden as long as possible because everybody's working against you. Your exes, his mama, everybody. Like, oh, you better kill that baby. Them two get together, they gonna be a power couple. They start a family, start a blended family. Do you know what's gonna happen? And somebody really don't want I'm hearing brother. They don't want their brother to date a certain female because this person has been harassing this woman, stealing from this woman in all types of ways. And now her brother has started to date this woman. And she like, oh my God, my family, my brother, everybody's going to find out what I am doing if he start dating this bitch. So maybe it's somebody going through something with their husband's sister or they baby daddy's sister or something like that. Even if it's your own sister. They want to kill your baby. They're not happy that you're pregnant. And that's what I was trying to explain to people. Sometimes it's not a secret. I got to keep my pregnancy a secret because people trying to kill my baby. Shit, they be trying to kill me. Damn sure don't want me having a baby, and with the baby comes a man, a home, protection, so you really wouldn't be able to harass me. Your money gonna stop if you ain't able to video record me and watch my every move. So hell yeah, they sabotage relationships, cause me to have miscarriages, poison my food, and all type of shit. I haven't had to throw up. But still, at that hotel, every motherfucking morning, like I'm gonna throw up my fucking lungs. And then they looking at me. But her stomach still look like it's growing. Again, the girl in the hallway, she wanna be having a baby by a man who don't even fuck with her. Who said I was pregnant? Again, these bitches be working at doctor's office and shit. They be all up in your my chart and everything. HIPAA violations. All types of shit. But that was people problems. In my chart, starting rumors about me. Spreading rumors that I had HIV and shit. I ain't never had a H, a I, or a motherfucking V. The only H and the I got is the I that start off spelling Isleah and the H that ended. HIV. Bitch, if you don't get the fuck away from me with that lying ass bullshit. Never been told I had no shit like that. Paying off doctors. Bitches get nursing licenses and shit like that and start crossing the fucking line and shit. I don't even take medicine. How in the fuck would I be walking around this bitch with HIV and I don't even take no fucking medicine? But people wonder why I move the way that I move. And if I'm pregnant, why would I be keeping it a secret? And if I had HIV again, how come the nigga that I'm fucking right now, how he don't got HIV? Somebody needs to make shit make sense to me. HIV and herpes. Bitch. Never had no cold sore, no genital wart, no none of that. Well, you'll eventually have an outbreak. If you don't shut the fuck up. But I said that all goes into stolen identity, people stealing my wallets, all type of shit. I don't got no fucking HIV. Never have. Never had herpes. I don't even get fucking cold sores. People be thinking that you go around lying. No, I'm not lying. I'm protecting myself. Crazy. Crazy. But somebody's having a cryptic pregnancy. And for as long as possible, hide it. Yeah, somebody's calling Mally, but I don't know where his tablet is. It's down there somewhere. So yeah, it's something about that. I'm also hearing victory. I'm about to get the victory. I feel like I gotta sneeze. I need to wash this towel. It smells just like sweat. All I use this towel for is to wipe sweat and catch sweat. Um, but I'm hearing victory. Public victory. I'm seeing the Six of Wands card of the tarot. And you know, it's the man on the horse and he's riding through. I'm hearing public victory. Public victory. Somebody's about to get recognition for what they've been through. I'm also seeing like grand openings. You know how you take those huge scissors, if you start like a storefront or a business and you have the ribbon in front of it, you take the scissors and cut it because it's a grand opening. Somebody's about to open or start a new business, or they're about to be able to afford to start the business that they want to start, or whatever. I'm hearing blessings on blessings on blessings. I think that's Drake. Drake been popping up on my timelines a lot lately as well.
That was
She can call him when he can call her when he wakes up. But yeah, it's something about that. Somebody's about to start a business, have a baby, or maybe this is a home. Somebody's about to get keys to a home. But it's like a ribbon cutting. I'm also seeing like a baby shower. You know how you take the toilet tissue and people got to try to measure around and see how wide the mom's belly is or whatever. Usually the men do that. I'm seeing somebody having like a real fun baby shower. They're having a real fun baby shower. So that's good. Somebody's about to have a daughter. That's why I'm seeing ribbons too, like cutting the ribbons. Somebody's about to have a baby girl. And she's going to have a really, really... This baby is going to be well supported. Like, even though it may be an issue right now, like shit not running how it's supposed to, like, but I'm hearing mommy and daddy are going to come together. They're going to move together. Like, the situations between blended families, that's the problem for real, but that's about to get worked out because people about to get put in their place. And I don't even mean that in a disrespectful way. I just mean it as family needs structure. You need to know how to stay in your place. Mom, you're my mom. This is about to be my wife. I'm about to have a family. I love you. I love her. You need to get your shit together. And that's why that reel popped up on my timeline this morning. And I felt like it was so random and I just was crying about that. But it's a man out here who's about to start a family with a woman. And you're about to have a baby and you need to put your mother in place. And I, again, don't mean that disrespectfully. I'm also seeing Monster-in-Law with Jennifer Lopez. And I was just talking about, I just hope if they told her she has HIV and herpes, she needs to take her medicine. She playing with her life. Please don't let your mind destroy you, sister. Nobody ever told me that I had HIV and herpes. Actually, the doctor had called and confirmed with me that I don't have HIV and herpes. I said that somebody was spreading the rumor, telling lies. I never said that I had HIV and herpes. You have to listen, baby. But, anyway, and I go to the doctor enough. Like I just said, I just went to the urgent care 2 months ago to get STD tested and everything like that. I won't play around with my own health to play with anybody else's. I don't even be fucking like that to even catch a STD. That's why if I was to catch one, I would know exactly who gave it to me. And I don't play that type of shit. The last time somebody wanted to give me something like chlamydia, they got cut the fuck off. And I ain't even call him and tell him that he gave it to me, because bitch, I know you gave it to me. I ain't confused. But you can get the fuck on. So I don't play that STD stuff. But thanks for your advice. Listen though. People were stealing my identity because they have HIV and herpes, and they wanted my Medicaid to pay for their medicine. So they were spreading lies and rumors about me, because I go and stick my arm out proudly and give some pee proudly to get my blood and urine tested for STDs at any means necessary, anytime, any day. Like Janet Jackson. I don't give a fuck. I don't play that shit. So, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. This is why sometimes you got to keep your pregnancy hidden and shit. Because instead of telling the truth and all that type of shit, instead of saying, yes, ma'am, you're pregnant, they'll say some other shit. And my story, if you actually watch my channel, you will understand why people was lying on my health, my mental health, and all that type of shit with doctors to see. They were paying them off. I'm in the middle of a RICO, baby. So you got to understand some shit. But anyway, they were doing it for reasons. But again, the doctor called me, like Miss Williams, he was sounding confused. Like, Miss Williams, you don't have HIV and herpes. It was almost as if somebody had documented that. You know, when you get that type of shit, it go in like CDC and, you know, the health charts and everything. When you have incurable diseases that are like that, you document it into the system. So when he called me, it's almost like he was saying, like, why is your name in the system when we just ran all these tests on you and you are perfectly fine? He's like, you have BV, bacterial vaginosis. You could take a antibiotic, the antibiotic that I prescribed for you, and that'll clear that up in less than 2 weeks. But you do not have HIV and herpes. And I was like, oh, well, thank you. I never thought I had HIV and herpes. I never had the inkling that I may have that. So when he called to confirm it, he was the one sounding confused, not me. That's what I'm explaining to people. And if that's the case, I wouldn't be fucking a nigga raw right now. I'd be worried about my life. Like, I ain't trying to give nobody no shit like that. Because if somebody gave it to me, I want to kill them. Granted, you can live with it. And there's all types of medicines and everything out now. I still don't want it. I don't play that type of shit. So, yeah. That's why I'm saying people be spreading all types of lies and don't know what they talk about. Prostitute. Ho. How come you got that shit then and I don't? Because people be projecting energy. They were using my identity, forging papers, lying and shit like that. Another reason that you would have to get investigated by detectives and the FBI, so you can go to jail for giving people HIV. Knowingly. It's a difference if you have it, you don't know you have it, and you having sex with people. But that's why you should be protecting yourself. That's what I'm saying. People was lying on me. And around the time that the guy at the urgent care had called me back to tell me that I was celibate. That's why I'm like, damn. I was celibate for like a year and a half there. I wasn't even fucking. I talk about no oral sex, no regular sex, none of that. So when he called me like, you don't have HIV, you don't have herpes, Miss Williams, it was the concern in the doctor's voice. I'm like, oh, okay. And that's when I said my iPhone got tapped. He called my phone. I said hello. I was talking to him perfect fine. He said, do you have a minute to talk to me, Miss Williams? I want to talk to you about your results. I'm saying, okay, yeah, you know, at this point, I'm waiting for him to say something. He like, you know, basically said like, make sure my phone ain't on speaker or no shit like that. So now I'm really paying attention, because what the fuck is going on? Make sure my phone ain't on speaker. Do I got a moment to talk about my results? And at that point, when I had went to the urgent care, when he called me and told me that I didn't have HIV and herpes, my purpose of going to the urgent care is because, again, I kept bombing this when I was living with Lonem at the apartments. I was sick as fuck. Kept throwing up. I'm talking about losing mad weight because I can't keep my food down. I was throwing up. I went to the urgent care and I asked them, I'm like, can y'all test my blood? And so I think somebody poisoning me. I'm like, I think somebody poisoning me. And I'm like, I keep throwing up, you know, my stomach cramping real bad. And she was like, do you think you have an STD? I'm like, I shouldn't have an STD. I haven't even been having sex. I've been celibate. But I still let her test me down there, as well as give her blood work and everything. This was at the urgent care in Warren. This was a few years ago. And that's when he had called me. And my phone, he was like, you got a minute? And I'm like, yeah. I was talking to him regular as fuck. And then my phone blanked out. I had to put it on speaker. And then once I put it on speaker and we hung up, that from that moment on, I just had to use Bluetooth. But it was like, soon as he called me, my phone just was fucked up ever since. People, I'm telling you what was happening. People were lying. That's why I ended up changing my primary care physician in January this year. Because in January of 2025, I went to the OB or whatever. This was right after I had the whole situation with the miscarriage and all that type of shit. So in January of 2025, I had went to the OB just to make sure everything was okay and to check on like PCOS and everything like that. And when I was getting my pap smear and everything, she was not trying to be too graphic, but she was really flipping through my coochie lips. Like, she like, Miss Williams, like, she like, you don't have herpes. I'm like, why do everybody keep saying that to me? Because now she like the third person. Like, you don't have herpes. I'm like, why do everybody keep on saying I don't have herpes? Because I never went to insinuate that I had it. She was like, your vagina is actually very healthy. I look at my vagina, I know my vagina is very healthy. That's why I said the bump, if anything, I might have a little ingrown hair because I don't get waxes. I shave. And shit, I shaved this motherfucker so good the other day, you would have thought I got a wax. So, listen. But herpes, she was moving me all around like, no, you're fine. She was saying, and she was like, and I'm glad that you know your medical history. Because she was asking me, like, have you ever had an abortion? Have you ever had a miscarriage and stuff? Of course, I'm at the OBGYN, so those seem like regular questions to me. But the paperwork didn't seem like regular questions to me. They was asking me about my bridge card and everything. But it was the paperwork for the doctor at the OBGYN. I'm like, why is they asking me about my bridge card? And am I in a domestic violence relationship? I'm like, these weird questions for the doctor's office. But again, sometimes I gotta let shit slide because I know I was under investigation. So, bringing it to today, where I say I haven't got a bridge card and all that type of shit, but people be using my identity. Anywho, I get my results back and everything. I'm perfectly fine. But my hormones are a little bit elevated, which explains the PCOS. And I was talking about having to pluck my chin hairs. My testosterone was just a little bit high. And she told me that I could come back and she can give me some medicine to help balance out my hormones. But other than that, I am perfectly fine. So the rumors of the HIV and herpes really got me. That's why I say people will dog your reputation so bad, you'll be sitting back like, damn. I had what? Or where I get that from? How long did I have it? A bitch lying on your name. That's why I say sometimes you will hear shit about yourself. You have to sit down like, what the fuck? You said what about me? Or you heard what about me? Who told you that? Mind you, I don't talk to people like friends and shit like that. So these are the doctors telling me, like, Miss Williams, you don't got HIV. So I can only imagine what the rumors in the streets were. Because I'm hearing this from the doctor. Like, yeah, you don't got that. You're healthy. You are healthy. That's what I'm saying. People wonder why I don't fuck with people or why I move the way that I move. I be hearing the rumors about myself like, damn, who started that about me? So shit is crazy. But I'm saying all this to say this is why you have to protect your baby sometimes. Go as long as you can go without telling people that you're pregnant. Because they intentionally try to do shit to you. And I had made a video not too long ago. I was telling somebody that they needed to go get a second opinion about some HIV. This is why God got me talking about this. Because a doctor lied to somebody and told them that they had HIV and this person don't. A doctor lied to a young person. Like, I'm seeing a teenage girl, like 17, probably lost her virginity or something and got pregnant or something, had to go and get an abortion or, you know, something like that, went to the doctor and found out she's pregnant. But this doctor is a part of a secret society, an occult. He knew that this child was chosen anyway. He gonna tell her she has some HIV and shit and this, that, and the other. But I can help you, and I got counselors if you need to talk to somebody and you don't want to tell your parents, and you know, just go see another doctor in my network. I know somebody who can help you. Whole time the other doctor in his network and all that, they all affiliated. But that's just like when I said I went to Dr. Haney and I wanted to see my pregnancy results and ultrasound results and everything, and they wouldn't give them to me. But then gonna tell me, well, just make sure you stay in the network. Only go see doctors that I refer you to. No, fuck you. I'm going to a whole nother doctor where they said, Miss Williams, you don't have HIV. You don't have herpes. So guess what that means? You lying to motherfuckers. But a lot of doctors do it. Telling people they need amputations. They get more money. Each toe they cut off. Some more thousands. Oh, you need me to take it up to the calf? Some more thousands. A heart transplant, $250,000. I'ma get how much? You said what? Doctors get the line quick as fuck when it's about the dollar. When they don't give a fuck about you for real. Somebody doctor lied to them and said that they had HIV. And no, you don't. You need to go somewhere else and get a second opinion. And then sue the fuck out of this motherfucker. That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't understand why these RICOs, these lawsuits and all this shit going on like this. This shit deeper than motherfucking rap. Somebody needs to hide your pregnancy. Don't trust the doctors. Do not trust the doctors. Take your vitamins. Change your diet. Stop smoking. Whatever you gotta do. But them fucking doctors, they know who you are. They know the baby that you carrying is gonna change many lives. They will kill you and the baby. You need to charge it. They will kill you and the baby for sure.
Mom, you need to call it right now.
You can wait till I get off my video. Mari said she had called earlier. But yeah, this is what God wants me to explain to somebody. Maybe these 12 women that I've been channeling who are about to have these babies in 2027, you need to keep it. Mental health is so important. It is. Just going on and on. I am. That's the purpose of my channel. This is called channeling. This woman needs some serious therapy. No. You're actually somebody who needs to shut the fuck up and listen. Or you need to get your ass off my channel. Because on my channel, this is my digital diary where I express myself. I don't invite you here. And you can't diagnose nobody unless you a doctor. Just like I ain't diagnosing nobody. You can take it or leave it. I'm just warning people. And you one of them idiots that can't be warned so you can get the fuck on. But anyway, I'm just telling you about the experiences that I have been through. I don't have a mental illness. Dr. James Haney was lying. And that's why this lawsuit is going on. My kids, my brothers, and a whole bunch of people know about this shit. Baby daddies and everybody. Stolen money, stolen inheritance. Shit got so deep. They started lying on medical records and why they did this and why they did that. Trying to cover their ass. Paying off this doctor, paying off the judge, paying off the lawyer. Oh, they ain't making movies about this shit for nothing. But it's always a dumb idiot that can never take heed to the warnings when movies or when it's people like me that warn y'all about it. Just like Jamie Foxx coming out with they clone Tyrone, but people don't believe in clones. People, again, these same doctors that I'm talking about fucking around with your DNA and shit. Making clones, selling your blood. That's why we have things as the black market where they sell organs and shit. That's why we have hitmans that'll come and blow your fucking head off, take you to the chop shop and sell your kidneys, lungs, heart, and every fucking thing like it's car pieces. And you got a stupid bitch like this calling me mental. This the shit that go on in the real world, but you dumbass hoes can't see it. So you take your stupid ass on somewhere else, please. You don't gotta like, share, comment, subscribe, or watch. But yeah, this is what I'm trying to tell people, warning y'all. Just like most famous people do, or celebrities and elites, just like most people who actually know something, seen something, or you know, the Bible people, the 144,000 chosen people that are talked about in the Bible, who were going to be seers, and they were going to be speakers, and they were going to be telling the world what was going on, and half of the world was going to be trying to fight against them. This stupid ass bitch needs to go read the Bible while she calling somebody mental. Because only thing I break down to y'all is what's in the Bible and what's happening in the real world. But you stupid motherfucker so brainwashed that you can't fucking see the shit, dumbass hoe. So yeah, again, I don't got HIV and herpes though, but somebody was using my identity that did. Doctors be lying, busting scripts and all that type of shit. So yeah, I was talking about that. And again, I fuck a nigga raw. He calls me to fucking raw on the... Look, he don't got it, I don't got it. So somebody lying. Moral of the story, a mental person, actually. Because for you to go around telling somebody that they got a deadly disease or something that they don't got, or agreeing to say that somebody got it just so you can get paid, you the mental one. And that's what I'm saying. You have to realize this is the type of shit that happens though. People will do anything for $1. And it ain't just doctors, it's lawyers, it's even some of these tarot readers. They lie about you will literally contact one of these motherfuckers for a reading, and just because you paying them, they don't know shit about you. They don't even know how to read energy, let alone tarot. And they just lie to you about your life just to take your money. And that's why there was a need for judges and all that type of shit in the first place. But even judges can become corrupt. That's why the world has to have Armageddon, because you have to put people in their place. And that was the moral of this whole video, putting bitches in their fucking place. There's a man that's about to have to put his mother in her place for disrespecting the woman that he wants to make his wife. Even that is in the Bible. When a man finds a woman or wife he finds a good thing, you usually leave the family behind to create your own. But then you got these dumbass family members that don't read the Bible, so they don't understand that. And not saying you separate your family and leave them behind and never talk to them again, but you become the head of your own household. You're no longer a little boy. And that's what, you see what I'm saying? Being homeless and all that type of shit, the backfire. You have to fix the problem and correct it. I'm already in alignment. The person who I'm supposed to marry is already in alignment with me. You need to get this shit under control so that we can move on with our assignments. Like people, these other motherfuckers, they not on an assignment. They ain't reached that point of their spiritual journey yet. We have. We're on the assignment. We have a chosen baby to deliver. So in order for this shit to work right and our empire to get started, it's 12 of these motherfuckers that got to get started. I can only be concerned about the one, but I can relay the messages. I got to get my own under control. You see what I'm saying? But I can relay the message to my fellow kings and queens. This is what God is telling me to tell y'all. You got to get the household in order. These babies are about to be born. God don't bless mess, but he blessed what he put together. He's about to start new kingdoms. So get your wife. Go get your house. Get ready for your baby. Get ready to run your empire. Get ready to take throne. Again, like Beyonce say too, okay, ladies, well, let's get information. It's time for that type of shit. It's time to get information. It's time to build the empire. So all this shit has to fall apart. All the corrupt shit has to come to the light first. The doctors, the lawyers, the judges. That's why I'm talking about all of this. And yes, I'm rambling. I'm talking fast, but it's because I'm channeling it. Nobody is mental, but you stupid motherfuckers who still can't see this shit. Like, damn, I don't even watch TV. You stupid motherfuckers watching TV every fucking day and you still dumb. And this is why you're going to be left behind. Because you're too busy calling the 144,000 people that God warned you about mental. Like, that's why somebody needs to go read Revelations and get the fuck up off of my channel. Because you need some help. You the mental one. You can't even see what's right in front of you. So go read about it, dummy. But yeah, this is what's going on. You have to call it out. The cruelty and all this shit. the negligence of all of it, and in the corrupt systems, why people don't have houses. You know why I'm homeless right now? Because of the judicial system. But you know why I'm about to get my shit back double for my trouble? Because of the judicial system. And because I wasn't scared to be called mental while I call you motherfuckers out. That's why I'm about to be rich as fuck and getting my shit back. And I ain't the only one making these videos, because after I make them, I bet you I'm going to get some more on my YouTube timeline, my Facebook timeline of my spiritual aunties and cousins saying the same exact thing, because we're in alignment and you motherfuckers are stuck on a low vibration, which is why you can't comprehend like us. See, they not like us. And at the beginning of that song, what he say? I see dead people. You motherfuckers who still can't even see and talk to y'all ancestors is the mental ones. That's why they don't come to y'all. Because y'all not like us. You didn't elevate. You missed the bus. So yeah, that's what's going on. So to my future husband, you need to get it together. To my future mother-in-law, I ain't coming to play with you. You gonna respect me, I'm gonna respect you. That's just gonna be that. So that's what I'm saying about get it together, get in alignment, set shit in stone. Because the world is changing at a rapid pace. It's the spirit babies too. Before they could come, they need shit to be right. I just was doing a video about womb cleaning, and I ain't reading no more, this little stupid girl. But womb cleaning and stuff like that, and somebody had a blockage. Just speaking of the Bible, how a lot of people thought that they couldn't conceive, but they wasn't having their children until they were like 80 years old. They were blocked. They were barren until they learned this lesson. We are learning the lessons. That's why the babies are born. That's why the spirit babies are here now, because our wombs have been unblocked. And it's like when you get your confirmation, keep it to yourself. Just like Mary. When the angel had came to her and Joseph, they kept it to theirself. So if you see it, like it ain't meant for the family to know right off bail. Because they are going to be the ones to try to sacrifice the baby. Sometimes your family know who you are before you do. Your family know that you're chosen before you do. Everybody got a witch, a warlock, a high priestess, a shaman, and all that type of shit up in their bloodline. A pastor, a mason. You better go talk to somebody, and then you will know that I ain't crazy at all. That's why the Masons love me. Eastern Stars want me to join. The Illuminati won't leave me alone. They know I'm smart as fuck. It's you dumb motherfuckers that's pathetic and stupid.
Mom, I wonder why I can't join your live.
But yeah. That's why I'm hearing public recognition. Somebody got about to be publicly recognized by the Illuminati. I'm hearing skills. For skills and abilities. Somebody is about to be recognized by the Illuminati for their skills and abilities. And for being, I'm hearing foreshadowing and predicting. Like the government watch me and they know that I predict shit for real, for real. They know I'm not a fake. They've been watching me. I'm hearing somebody stole a letter that came from Washington, D.C. But that's just like I said, Trump loves me. Like I know who Trump is. Trump know who I am. Trump watch my channel and shit. And I was talking about Elon Musk and Mark Zuck. I ain't crazy. Some people be under MK Ultra and under investigation, military investigation, and all that type of shit. Which is also why the military can't stay off of my Facebook page. So yeah, hide the baby. And I'm hearing the man knows. The man knows that you're pregnant. So if it's for me, my future husband will know that I'm pregnant. If it's for somebody else out there, your husband is going to know that you're pregnant before you do, because God is going to come to him first. God wants him to be a king of an empire. So it's like by invitation, initiations. It's like God came to these men. These men know now that they have to go into their woman and plant a seed. And from there, the woman has to keep it a secret and protect the egg until it's time for delivery. Once this egg is hatched, this baby is born, new life starts, new world order. That's what I'm saying. The world is going to change. It's time.
More.
It's been a long time coming.
Why would you put your
But yeah,
Your
that's what I was
trash
channeling
in
so
the
far.
bag again?
But anyway, now I got to get off here. Because I got to take my babies to go get cleaned up and stuff.
No, Mario. Why would you put your barbecue stuff
But yeah.
and trash in the bag?
I'm out. I wish you guys nothing but love, joy, peace,
And
happiness,
you know
abundance, good health, good wealth, prosperity, and all that good shit that us good ass people deserve. You know, I thank you guys who come and watch my story and listen, whether you watch for entertainment purposes only, amusement, or you come to be a dick. I'm glad that you're here because you're about to witness me have public recognition, public victory. My name be cleared, my case won, my funds returned to me, and I passed the ultimate test. And I'm proud. And I'm about to get what I deserve as far as husband, new baby, new house, new car, all that. I deserve it, and I'm never going to lack for anything ever again because I put in the hard work, especially the last 7 years of my life. I'm going to take a hit, confirmation, hit after hit after hit after hit after hit, just to prove my loyalty to God. Fuck the rest. And because I proved it to God, I get the rewards. Well done, my meek and humble servant. You shall inherit the earth.